the evolution of the flash. Finally, to shed some light on light sources, the oldest light source known to man is the sun. However, man created fire to light up dark avenues and so evolved artificial light sources to light up his subjects, whether it was fire in a cave painting or back in the Stone Age or flashlight for a digital photography today. There is a political quote by Keith Flint that says, "Flash gets a bad press for its invasiveness, yet it brings a form of democracy to the material world." Remember the harsh flashlight that the photographer fires you at an event? All the pictures that you take need light, but the light required in a flash photography is exceptional, stunning, indiscreet, and abrupt. It is quite not the light that comes straight from the sun. It just explodes abruptly into the darkness. Flash photography was introduced in 1839 by L. Ibbotson using oxyhydrogen, and the phrase "in the limelight" was formed since the method used calcium carbonate, which is limelight. The problem is that the images taken using this technique were really harsh and bright, and portraits turned people with bright white faces. Next came flash powder in 1862 with the advent of flash guns that used magnesium and potassium chlorate powder. Needless to say, this was dangerous due to the explosion of materials. By the 1930s, the first flash bulb was commercially available in Germany. Created by Johannes Ostromanthes, bulbs were made using magnesium filaments and oxygen encased in a glass bulb. Mind you, the bulb would still burst. The problem was solved 30 years later in 1960s with a Kodak flash cube. This was a revolution since it could be used 4 times instead of 1. It featured 4 compact bulbs. One could use one and then rotate the cube and use a new one. By the 1960s, another technology was creating a wave, the electronic flash, a battery-operated device that completely eliminated the use of expensive flash bulbs or cubes. There was a time in the 1980s when the flashes would have to be triggered via sync cables, using a hot shoe on the camera, but today it has been replaced by wireless radio triggers. Light modifiers and sources have traveled a long journey, but what remains constant is the undying desire of man to spread light, whether in reality or in realization. Light at the end of the tunnel is hope in despair. One must plan the source, direction, angle, color, intensity of light in order to achieve a perfect light setup. The above points are the secret to good lighting. Direct light may not be the solution all the time. Bounce light is often a smart option. I shall end today with a famous quote by the man himself, George Eastman, my friends. Embrace light, admire it, love it, but above all, know light. Knowing it for all you are worth, and you will know the key to photography. That's all, my friends. That is where we end the lecture today. Hope you had a good time. Until we meet again, goodbye.